Live, live, live. We are live, live, live. What is going on? Hello, everybody. I'm trying to keep Molly off the laptop. Hi, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. I know the phone's delayed to the laptop, so I'll give y'all a minute. I'll give me a minute to go live. I remember to turn my volume down on my phone at the last minute. I said I knew I was forgetting something. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I am Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And we are here. We are here. I am here. You're all here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come on in, come on in. Thank you, my new subscribers, my old subscribers. Make sure that you are hitting the like button, hit the notifications, don't miss a show, and subscribe to my show if you haven't already. It's totally fun. We have a great time on Thursday nights at Lindy's Treehouse. We talk about everything. And I have Flyer Bills in the house, and we got Will Fly's in the house. So Will Fly, he got up the treehouse before Bill. So Will Fly gets the choice of the lazy boy or the hammock tonight. So congratulations, Will Fly. Mr. Bill had it last week. He had the lazy boy or hammock last week. So I'm marking down my chatters in here. So, you know, my fancy-wancy book. So we got Will Fly and Mr. Bill just climbed up the treehouse ladder. Yes, I got it all sturdy and ready for everybody so you don't slip off the, he said Scuba was before me. But do we have Scuba in the, last week? Oh, that's right, huh? Scuba's, okay, yeah. Scuba was first. Yeah, that's right. Scuba got it last week. Good memory. I can't remember from one day to the next, you know? Yeah, let's see here. June 11th. Hammock. Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to follow the chat. So again, I got to warm up here. Scuba says, I want a new wing like John. Oh, I said something earlier. Wow, Linda. Oh, that must have been when I was adjusting my phone and I missed that part in the chat. Hi, Scooby-Doo. So Scooby-Doo's in the house and Munchkin. You know me well, Scooby-Doo, how I live stream, right? You know, pay attention. That's on my vocabulary. You know, I'm all over the place. Say, pay attention. Linda, listen to me, Linda. That's what we say, right? I love you guys. Hi, Munchkin. Love you, girl. I'm writing everybody down here. Scuba says, I see. Yes. And is Cowboy in the chat too? Did I miss Cowboy? I told you I was adjusting my phone. I was trying to turn the volume down and getting it all ready for the show. And so that I probably missed people coming in. Let's see. So I'm watching both my phone and my laptop. I'm telling you, you know, sometimes people, they think this is easy doing live stream. And really, it's not. I enjoy doing it. I love doing this because I like to connect with everybody every week, right? Because if I didn't do this, what would I be doing? I'd be just sitting here, you know, staring out the window or something, right? Every Thursday, thinking, oh, I should keep doing my show. So I love you guys. I do. I wouldn't have this live stream without y'all. And like I said, it's already 2 years I've been doing the show, Lindy's Treehouse. And I got it going with a lot of help from my friends, as the saying goes. Not little help. I got a lot of help from my friends to get things rolling. There's a lot entailed when you start a live stream. There's a lot. And so Will Fly says hello, everyone. And I hope everybody's having a great day. I love the temperatures here. They've been in the 60s pretty much all day. I've just been chilling like a villain. I don't know, man. Getting older, it's not fun, you know. You have good days and you have bad days. And today I'm like doing my stuff in the kitchen. I just happen to maybe slightly turn the wrong way to do something. And it feels like I pulled a muscle like right by my hip part, you know. So every time I get up, I'm like, ugh. And then dealing with a little vertigo today. And it happens because every time the what do we call it, when the humidity or the barometer, whatever they call it, goes up, yeah, sometimes it throws my vertigo off a little bit. So it's been kind of a weird day, but I survived. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's all part of getting older. It's all part of getting older. Father Bill says, no, he's probably flying. Okay. All right, Cowboy John, you're probably listening. So if you're up in the air, be careful up there. Please be careful flying. Goodness gracious. All in all, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. You know, we have those, like I said, we have those days. And, you know, the vertigo stuff is no fun, but it goes with getting older, I guess. Brighton. Hi, Brighton. Everybody say hi to Brighton. He said, hi, Grandma. That's my grandson in San Diego. That's one of my grandsons because I have 3 more out there. Yes, I do. And a beautiful granddaughter. Hi, Brighton. Good to see you. I am so happy that you're here tonight. That's so cool. Brighton, I'm going to put you down on here too because we're going to do another spinny winnie wheel of winnie things tonight to win a pair of foodie socks. So we've got, so you know Brighton, see the last name is Robert's son. So Brighton Michaels. And I'm so excited you're here during church. And Will Fly knows me and Brighton, we are a tag team at church. So when Robert does his live stream church on Wednesdays and Sundays, I'm behind the scenes. So I'm the moderator for Robert's church. And then Brighton, he runs the stream, make sure everything's going, and I'm in the back 40 just to make sure everything's going good. So Scuba says, I got my glasses, no more sunglasses 24/7. That's great. That's awesome, Scuba. Scooby-Doo got his glasses. I got my glasses, no more sunglasses. That's good. Yeah, it's important that we be able to see where we're going, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. It's yep. And Brighton said, heck yeah. Yep. So yeah, we're definitely a team on church nights. And I love it. I do. I love my Jesus and I love my church and all that stuff. And I love you, Robert. You're awesome. Paraglidingtalk.com. You know, somebody had to take over Thursdays, right? So why not me, right? So that's kind of how that went when Robert stopped doing his show. He did it like for 4 years, Paragliding Talk. And everybody kept asking, who's going to do Thursday nights, right? And then my daughter-in-law, Leslie, said one day, why don't you start your own live stream? And Robert's like, yeah, you should do your live stream and call it Lindy's Treehouse. So the rest is history. So here I am. I'm carrying the torch. So Brighton said, he said, okay, Grandma, my phone is about to die. I'll see you on Sunday. Okay, thank you, Brighton. Thanks for stopping by. Love you. Love you bunches. Love you bunches. Love you so much. I love you too. Hope to get out to San Diego. Try to plan a trip so I can see all my boys again. I haven't seen them since they were little. They were little like munchkins, I call them. And yeah, my heart is full. My heart is so full. So we got, like I said, we have a really big show coming tonight. Everybody, welcome, welcome. I am Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with all my chatters. We do chit-chat chatters. So let's see, this is my 103rd show. 103. Pretty exciting, right? So cool. I got all my notes. As you see behind me, I always add a new picture on the wall, and that is my spackle painting that I did. So it's kind of cool. I miss spackle painting. I keep saying I need to paint another. I've got all my paintings like stacked, right? They're just like piled up, stacked up in my bedroom, and I got to get them on my walls and all that stuff. And we've got Greg Laney. The chat is going wild. I hope everybody's doing well. Greg Laney, I've got yours. I'm getting your foodie socks. I'm getting ready to mail them out. Mail your foodie socks out next week. So I'm trying. I never say I promise, because sometimes it doesn't work out that way, you know. But Greg Laney won some foodie socks a couple weeks ago. So I'm keeping my book all organized here a couple weeks ago. And then, JD Slow Days, I have yet to get his address, because JD Slow Days won foodie socks last week. So if there's anybody that can get in touch with him for me, can you tell him? And if you're listening, JD, I need your address. I tried to DM him on direct message him on Facebook, and I don't think he uses Facebook very much. But I want to get his socks to him, but I can't if I don't have an address. So JD Slow Days, if you're out there, send me your address. You know where to find me on Facebook, and just DM me. And because the last time I Facebook, I think direct message JD was when I was finding guests for Clear Prop and Paramotor Podcast or whatever, and that was like 2023. So that's the last time I really had any contact with him on Facebook. So it's been a while, but so I don't know, maybe he changed his Facebook. I'm not sure, but if you're out there, I want to get those the foodie socks to you. And I want to say happy Father's Day. That's this Sunday. And I just want to say to all the dads who can't be with us for Father's Day, please put a candle in the comments, okay? Everybody, please put a candle in the comments for the dads that can't be with us today. And then and then find the emoji that shows like a tie, TIE, and put that I put mine already in there in the comments. And Greg Laney saying hi to everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, chatters. I love it. Thursday nights are the best. They really are. And I get to see everybody. And we get to connect. That's what Lindy's Treehouse is about, right? We all get to connect once a week, and just to see what everybody's doing. Perfect. Thank you, Greg Laney. Greg Laney put the candle and the little tie. Yes. So yeah, my daddy passed away on April 18th, 2023, and that was really a hard day. I miss my daddy. I miss so many things about him. I miss calling him during football games, and because he loved his football and he loved his baseball. And I just, I loved just calling him, and he'd answer the phone, and because my middle name's Marie, but he would say, Linda Maria, he would say to me as soon as he, got on the phone. He was the best. So, yeah, I miss him. I miss him a lot. I miss our conversations. And, when I moved from Arizona, and I moved to Arizona to Michigan in 2000, 21, God, how can I say? I stayed with mom and dad for 8 months till my apartment was ready, and it was good. It was good. And when I stayed with mom and dad, right, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about mom and dad, and I'm very thankful for them. They adopted me, and there's 6 kids in my family. We're all adopted, and so I got to spend some time with mom and dad for 8 months. And it's a big difference when you visit. We visit like on vacation as to living with them, for 8 months. And I totally learned a lot about myself, just being more patient. And I learned a lot about, what it's like when you get older, right? And so it was a good place for me to be. God put me in a good place for 8 months. So I could spend time with my dad, because then 2023 passed away. So, and my mom's still kicking. She's 99. My mom's 99. She's still kicking. She can still kick my butt too. So I, totally respect my mommy-o. Call my mommy-o. Because when I would call my dad, right, I called him daddy-o. And sometimes, my mom would answer the phone, and then she said, "Oh, this is mommy-o. You want to talk to your daddy-o?" That's how we did it when we talked on the phone and stuff. So pretty fun. So yeah, I have to say shout out to all the dads out there. God bless you. God bless you. What are your best memories of your dads? People that, I don't know if your dad, how many people their dad's still around or whatever, but I hope you had good memories with him. Will Fly says, "I sure don't regret every second that I spent with my parents." I like that, Will. Me and you both. Yeah, I mean, for when I was leaving Arizona, I didn't know what I was going to do. And my mom just, I called my mom, and she said, "My house is your house." She said, "You come out here, you can stay with us." And I remember the day that, my sister-in-law, Kimmy, and my brother met me at the airport. God bless them. I'll never forget that. Picked me up at the airport and took me to mom and dad's. And then mom had a room already for me upstairs. And let's see, Greg says, "You never think of your biggest questions to ask them until after they're gone." That's very true. Very true. Very, very true, Greg. Yeah. Yeah. And, when I walked in the house and gave my mom a big hug, and my dad, and my mom, up my bedroom was upstairs. So I stayed in my grandma that used to live with us. My mom's mom lived with us when we were growing up. And let's see, Fire Bill says, "Working on lawnmowers, not holding the flashlight the right spot for him." Oh, I love that. Working on lawnmowers. And now this is Fire Bill's memory with his dad. Working on lawnmowers and not holding the flashlight in the right spot for him. Oh, yeah, a lot of great memories, when I got to the house and I walked in the door and gave mom and dad a big hug, and then got all my suitcases or whatever, upstairs in my grandma's room. I stayed in my grandma's room. Will Fly says, "I know, right, Greg? Like I always wanted to know if I was a mistake." Oh gosh. Yeah, I love these comments. You all just touch my heart. You really do. I really, wanted to open it up with remembering Father's Day, right? And yeah, so it was nice. My mom had my room already upstairs, and she showed me the TV, and she said, "You want to watch any TV? Got that there. And if you need anything, just let me know." I mean, my mom just welcomed me. My mom and dad just welcomed me with open arms. And I'll never forget that. Yeah, I love them so much. And my mom's doing great. for 99. Yeah, I can call her and it's like talking to my best friend, you know. It really is. I'm very blessed to have the family that I do have. Let's see, Will Flies' best memory with my dad is when we flew high moony across the country. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, I went fishing with my dad a couple times. He took us fishing, and that was fun. We always went on vacations every year. My dad always went on vacation, you know, took us on vacations. We had a big old pool in the he said, oh, Will Fly said his. We had a big above ground pool in the backyard, and my dad built this big old platform so that we could jump off the platform into the pool. So a lot of great memories, and I love you, Daddy in heaven. I love you so much, and I thank you for everything. You know, we had a grocery store business, and so I grew up, you know, in the grocery store business. My daddy was a butcher, Belgian butcher, and so a lot of great memories with the family all working in the store, and very grateful. A lot of good memories. So thank you. Like I said, God bless all the dads out there, all the single dads, you know, all the dads who are just trying to be the best dad that they can. And happy Father's Day, Robert. Well, he knows I'll probably call him on Sunday, but Robert he is so good with his boys. I'm so proud of him. I am so absolutely proud of him. So I got to tell you though, so we're going to get started here because I got like quadrillion. Can you put that in the chat? Quadrillion. That's my word of the night. I got a quadrillion things that I'm going to talk about tonight. But this was the most bizarre thing happened last night. Just before dark, right? And it was rain. It had been raining most of the day, so it was pretty wet outside, right? And I just happened to be looking outside like I do because I love to people watch, you know. And so I'm watching out my window, and there's a grass area by the motel right out, you know, that I can see out my window. And let's see, Will Fly said, just say our national debt, we'll get the picture. Yeah, exactly, Will Fly. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Greg Lane says, I like going to Indiana for this weekend. That way people can refer to me as, I know how you say that. Who's her daddy? Who's your daddy? I get it. It took me a minute. Oh, Greg. I'm telling you what, he is a comedian. If you haven't met Greg yet, you're missing out. If you don't hang with us in the chat on Thursday nights, you're missing out because Greg cracks me up. And that's what it's about. Just Scuba says, no ding dong disc golf. Yeah. No, you're a ding dong disc golfer. That's right. Greg, he loves disc golfing. Anyway, I look out my window, right? And I see this gal, and she was young, fairly young, I'm thinking, because she was carrying, like, I don't know if it was a sign or something in her hand. She had something white in her hand. And she was swinging that thing around, and she was running up and down on the grass, you know, like nobody's business. I mean, that girl could run, and she's just like she was on something. It was sad. I mean, the girl was tripping. She was tripping. And she was on the grass. She runs to the end of the grass area, jumps down the wall, the brick wall or whatever. And she's still like, man, she was just, I don't know what she was doing, but she had some kind of sign or something. And she was like, she was breaking it up. Like she was very angry about something, right? And I never seen anything like that before, but she did her little dance right out on the grass area. And I thought she came from the little motel, right? And like I said, she like ran and she's waving her hands in the air, you know, she's got her sign, you know, and she's doing all this and everything. And I'm like, holy crap. crap. And she's busting up the sign, and then she disappeared like in the parking lot next. This went on for a while next to the building. So kind of sad. It's obvious that she had some mental issues or something going on, but I was like, what is going on here? Greg Lane says that's why the Beatles only ran track after hours, because they were accused of being a day tripper. Oh my God. Yeah, really do. What did I start? Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, when like people watching, you never know what you're going to see out there. Honestly, it's the best though. I love living here. You all know I do. And that poor woman. Yeah. So another note. I know Greg made a funny. Will Fly said Greg is great. I'm so blessed to have you all here. I already got, I've got my book all upside down. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like all over the place usual. So we have Will Fly, Mr. Bill, Scooby-Doo, Munchkin, Cowboy's out there somewhere. And we had Brighton stopped in to say hi, and he said he had to charge his phone up. My awesome grandson. He's the best. Well, they're all the best. I have no favorites, but as I keep everything in line here, don't mind me, to my paper clips and I told you I'm so old school, and my index cards, I'd be lost without paper clips and index cards, I just would. Let's see. So this is pretty exciting. I told you like next month, every Thursday next month, I'm going to give away one koozie, and it's the ones that say 250th anniversary koozie. So I ordered them because I told you I keep my promise. I ordered them and they should be here Saturday. So the whole month of July, I'll be giving away one koozie every week. Okay. So I think they send me like 6 or something. So yeah, you all have a chance to win on the spinny wheel a brand new 250 anniversary edition koozie, and they're really nice. So I'm super excited. Are those imperial years or metrics? Exactly. So yeah, so I'm going to give away, we'll see how many people jump in the chat tonight, and you have to be present to win. If you're not in the chat, then you can't win no foodie socks. Okay, you have to be in the chat to win foodie socks. So I'm going to give away foodie socks tonight, and then I'm going to give another pair of foodie socks next week, and then for the rest of the summer, I'm just going to be giving away koozies. How's that? Because you can never have enough koozies, right? And they're so easy to mail out and everything. So that's kind of the plan. Yeah, and we'll save the socks for winter, right? We'll just use try to use up some of the foodie socks that I got now. And I'll give some away, give a pair away tonight and a pair next week. And then, like I said, starting July, I'm going to celebrate the 4th of July all month. And we're going to, look who's here. Paraglidingtalk.com. Robert, hi. What's up, Robert? Everybody say hi to Robert. Yay, Robert's here. Paraglidingtalk.com. That's right. So, Robert, your book should be the book that I sent will be coming out. Your book should be coming to you tomorrow. Okay, so watch for Amazon. Will Fly says socks should be for summer, otherwise no one will see them under the fans. Just saying. Oh, that's true. Well, we can take a vote. Sure, whatever you want to do. Looks like Robert is in the house. Everybody saying hi to Robert, my paraglidingtalk.com son. And Aunt Kim. Aunt Kim is in the house. Hi, Kimmy. Love you, girl. Love you, girl. I'm glad you're here. Kim's in the house. Yep, my beautiful sister-in-law. Thank you for stopping by, Kimmy. Thank you. She's the best. She is the best, I tell you. And everybody's saying hi. So it says John on there too. So, well, John's my brother. So everybody's saying hi tonight. So hi, John, if you're listening. Hit the like button. And I'm glad everybody's in the chat tonight. This is so exciting. Seriously. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is where we all meet up just to talk and chit-chat. We chit-chat, right? I'm so glad that everybody's here. I have to bring out my mascots real quick before we start the show. So, we have Bob Evans. It's in the house, my Bob Evans chicken. He's my favorite, right? He's my favorite. I have to introduce him every week because some people watch the show and it's the first time they watch the show, so they don't know about my mascots, right? So we have that, and we have, koala, because I'm all about the koalas, and I have like so many in my room right now, koala bears everywhere, because you know me, I love my koalas. And we got another favorite, Pillsbury Doughboy. I think he is super, super duper cute, everybody. Yes. And then we have Positive Pooh. I call him Positive Pooh because Pooh Bear is always positive. And he's falling out of his, he's been a mascot for so long that he's falling out of his shirt. Oh my gosh, look how cute. I mean, is that cuteness or what? Positive Pooh. Because we keep it positive here on the show. And then, of course, we have Joe Cool. Can't have a show without Joe Cool, right? Snoopy. I'm a big Snoopy fan, yes. And then, of course, we have Hard Rock Cafe in Detroit, right? I stopped there 10 years ago, and I found him in the box. So I'm trying to look for a mascot like a unicorn because I love unicorns. So I'm going to start looking around for a unicorn mascot and add that. I have to add a new one. And then, of course, we have my favorite, Joey Bear, right? Joey Logano, Home Depot. So, I worked for Home Depot 30-some years. And so I got Joey Logano because I got to meet him. And then he signed it. And then, of course, we got little Joey, right? We got little Joey Bear. So you can see him, cutest thing ever, little hat. So yeah, there you go. And then, of course, my picture up there when I went on my very first tandem with Eric Lear and Jade. And Eric Lear, he's up there in heaven, and he's like saying, "Can't wait to see ya." Yep. So fly high, my friend. And I'll see you when I see you, Eric. Yes. So that's my picture, yes, that I absolutely adore. It was such a huge day for me. And you all know that. I don't need to go into all that, but you already know. So, okay. So we got that. And we're going to wipe that card away, right, on the notes and everything. Okay, so I already said looking for JD Slowday's address. And, okay, we got that already. Okay, did you know, we're going to ask one question here. Get this, let's see, it says, whatever happened to the koala that Walter gave you? Oh, it's in the bedroom. Yeah, I still got it. I still have it, Will Fly. I got it on my little shelf in my room. Yes, I do. I still have it. I love it. Absolutely love it. I think I lost count how many koala bears I have sitting in my room. I wonder how is he doing? He jumped in the chat after the show, and he said thank you for the birthday wishes, because remember we said happy birthday to him. So Yeah, that was awesome of him. That was like 2023, I think he sent that to me. So, have you all seen the koala bear? Do you want me to bring him out? I can go grab him if you want, so you can see how cool he is. I can go get it if you want. Want me to go get it? And then you can look at my paintings that I have on the wall behind me, that I painted. Let me go get him, okay? All right, let me go get him. Okay, here we go. I'm back. So everybody can see. Is he the cutest? So it's Good Day Australia. Yes, he's been busy. He's got the little baby. Yeah, look at his little. Isn't he cute? So cute. And then the back. See what the back says. Good Day Australia. So very, very cute. Yeah, and the little hat and everything. Isn't he great? Greg Lane said that's not a cheap knockoff toy. That's fantastic. No, I can't imagine how much it cost to send this, right? And I think Jade Lear, she got one too. He sent her a koala bear too that year. I remember she got one. So pretty cool, right? Look at his feet. And he's got the little baby koala. So yes, bless his heart, right? Thank you, Walter. I cherish this like forever, forever, forever. So y'all got to see my Aussie koala, and now I'm all like got to regroup here. Okay, now did you know that I'm trying to keep up with the chat? Okay, seriously, I had to send that from Australia. It would put be in one of those compression bags. Yeah, I don't even know how he sent that, right? Do you know a group of cats? My people that have cats out there is sometimes called a clouder. While cats are often thought as solitary animals, they can form social groups and establish friendships, especially when they grow up together. So, clouder. I never heard of that before. I just found this little fact here. A clouder is called a group of cats. How fun, right? So I just thought I'd share that. Group of cats is a clouder. Let's see what else. We're going to get started here because we have a lot to talk about. Let's go with, okay. I always wanted to build little world tucked between the branches, where nostalgia lingers in every corner, a place where imagination can run free and childhood dreams finally find their way home. So I built a treehouse where everyone has a place to go to forget about this crazy world for a while. So that's why I started my treehouse. Yes, Lindy's treehouse. That's kind of how it all started, right? So a sturdy treehouse needs deep roots and strong branches. Too much wind without balance equals trouble. A tree that wants to touch the sky must first grow its roots deep into the earth. So very cool, right? I like that. So I had to read a little bit about the tree house and stuff. And we are going to get started because I have all my notes and I'm going to try to follow the chat bestly. See, I'm starting to talk like I'm not even drinking, I'm starting to talk like Scooby. Bestly. Yeah. All right. There's another new word I just made up. I'm going to try my bestly to get to talk about all different things tonight. I'm so excited. Welcome. Come on in. Grab a snack. grab your chair. Yeah, we'll fly. He gets the lazy boy or he gets a hammock tonight, and everybody else gets the bean bags. I filled up the refrigerator, the little fridge up there. So we got snacks and drinks and everything. So I'm welcome everybody. Scuba says, haha, hey, I don't slur most of the time. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm doing my bestly. I'm doing my bestly tonight. I'm not gonna call my best. I'm doing the bestly. Yeah, the bestly I can. So since summer is pretty close, summertime's here. Yeah, I think summertime's here already. They're popular summer treats, everybody. So I looked it up to see what popular summer treats are, and this made me hungry. Cobblers and crisps, fruit tarts and galettes, shortcakes, no-bake desserts are the best. I love you, Scooby. I love you, Scooby. I like that comment. I don't slur most of the time. So we got shortcakes, no-bake desserts are the best. Everybody put, I love no-bake desserts in the chat. And then we have, you had me at cobbler. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yep. So cobblers and crisps, fruit tarts and galettes, shortcakes, no-bake desserts are high on my list. Icebox cakes, those are the best. Key lime pie. I'm not the last time I had lime, like any type of lime, was when I used to drink, and I'd have to have lime in my rum and coke. You know, can I have a lime in my rum and coke? Yes, rum and coke, diet coke, whatever. And Father Bill says he's eating pork chops. Yummy, yummy, yummy. We have ice cream cakes. We have popsicles. Ice cream sandwiches is a popular dessert. So here are the top popular desserts for the summer. Now that everybody's hungry. Ice cream, chocolate cake, chocolate chip cookies, cheesecake, brownies, some Italian desserts, baklava, churros, cream brulee, and mango sticky rice. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. That's delish, right? Let's see. Scuba says I cooked on the new Blackstone griddle tonight. Yum. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying that. I'm glad you're enjoying that. Robert loves to barbecue. He's the barbecuist in the family there. He loves the barbecue. That's one thing I don't have to worry about. Anybody barbecuing here, you know? When I lived in my other apartment, the guy downstairs used to barbecue, and it'd be like right underneath my window, right? And that in the summer or whatever, and the barbecue charcoal smell when you first light the steaks, light the barbecue, you know, would come up into the apartment, and yeah, it smelled like a giant grill in my apartment. And he would do that. I remember like, oh my gosh, there's a charcoal smell, but it reminded me of growing up. But then my dad always had a gas grill, barbecue grill. And he had the kind where or underground gas, right? Or whatever. And it's not like you had to go and buy a propane. I don't think back then, I don't know if you could just go and pick up a propane tank for your barbecue grill. But I just remember it was already hooked up underground. So all I do is just, turn the barbecue on, and there it was. And my dad used to, that's when I was growing up. That's what I remember anyway. But he used to cook chicken on the grill. And he used to say, my dad would cook chicken on the grill. And if it was burnt, it was done. And I swear he would burn the chicken every time. But it's better to be burnt and not be done enough, right? Everybody gets sick or whatever. So what's your favorite thing to put on the grill, on the barbecue grill, everybody? Put in the chat, what's your favorite food to put on the grill? Even my son Ryan, he's an awesome cook. And I love going to his house for dinner. I love the summers, hang out on the deck and hang out on the deck and barbecue and eat all the good stuff. Flower Bill says shrimp. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Ryan's a great cook. He's a great barbecuist. Ribeye. Oh yeah, I had that's what I had for dinner a couple weeks ago when I went to that one for Mother's Day. Ryan cooked dinner, a big dinner, and he cooked ribeyes on the grill. Yeah, he's got a smoker. He's got an awesome smoker, and he loves to cook. He does. He's a good cook, just like Robert. Both my boys, they're awesome cooks. So I love that. And of course, Robert's wife, Erin, she's an awesome cook too. Robert is so spoiled. That girl can cook and bake. She's everybody's dream girl as far as like being able to bake and cook the way she does. And she loves it. She loves every minute of it. And I'm so proud of her. I love you, Erin. Okay, so now we're going to talk about popular summer vacation destinations, okay? Because we have a lot to cover tonight. We have Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Orlando, Florida, Cancun, Mexico are popular places, they said. Because I just Googled all this. This is how, just things to, because last week we didn't have time. We ran out of time to talk about some of this stuff. So a lot of this is saved from last week's show, right? We had, Outdoor Adventures, Glacier National Parks, Montana. And they said there are 63 officially designated national parks in the U.S. And they said California has the most national parks, 9, followed by Alaska has 8, Utah has 5, and Colorado has 4. So I don't know if I've ever been to a national park before. Seriously, how sad, right? The Grand Canyon, I've never been to the Grand Canyon. And look where, lived in Arizona 40 years and I never went to the Grand Canyon. I don't remember really going to any, maybe I did. Yeah, I think I did go to a couple of national parks where we're looking at all the Indian ruins and stuff. Yeah, the Navajo ruins, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, I guess I did. I've been to some national parks. That's right, because I went to Bryce Canyon, and that's in Utah. And I remember I went to Utah, and I went to Bryce Canyon, and there was national parks there and stuff. So yeah, okay. So I've been to Utah, and during the rodeo days, we take our little road trips, and we did go. If you've never been to Bryce Canyon in Utah, you need to go. It's beautiful. I remember it was very windy that day, but Bryce Canyon is a beautiful place to visit. If you've never been there, you need to go. Robert, you need to take the boys there sometime if you want to do a little trip, like a camping trip or something. Take them to Bryce Canyon. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, all right, we're going to get started, everybody. Everybody grab a chair and your snacks and everything. We're going to get down to busyness because we got a lot to talk about tonight. And the one thing we're going to focus on tonight, after I get done with my new news to me, is the word balance, and how balance, the everyday use, right? Everyday things of balance and balancing life. And Greg says it's pretty intense. Yeah. So we got what's I going to say? It doesn't take me long to get distracted here and I start reading the chat. So we have new news to me. We're going to get started on that. As I get sideways here again. Yes. So we have Scottish. Oh yeah, I was going to say our word was going to be balance. So we're going to talk about balance later. Yes, about balancing. How we say we do every day is a balancing act for me. And Paragliding Chalk is saying hi to everybody. I love you, Paragliding Chalk. When I called him the other night, because I do call my sons, see what they're up to. And I'll call Robert and see what he's doing. He was barbecuing chicken on the grill. So, I I love calling my boys and just chit-chatting. And Paragliding Chuck says, hey, Mom. I'm glad Brighton stopped by to say hi. Very cool. I love that. I love that. All right, so we have Scottish invasion in Boston. Scottish soccer fans cause an epic boom in beer sales in Boston that some bars in the city ran dry. So I guess they call their modern craft beer in Scotland a brew dog. They call it a brew dog. Yeah. Interesting, right? So I didn't know. Scottish, I guess they wear skirts and they're big beer drinkers. Who would have known, right? Who would have known? I had to say that because, right, the Scottish wear the skirts, right? And let's see, we got, Sis is in the house too. Hi, Sis. My sis, Judy. Judy's in the house. I got the whole fam bam here tonight. I'm so excited. Hi, sis. I love you. She's the best. She is the best. So, yeah, who would have known, right, that they were big beer drinkers? And I can't imagine. I don't know. That wouldn't be very attractive, having a drunk Scottish guy in a skirt, right? Can you imagine? Oh, God. Just the thought of it gives me the ick. That would just be awful. You'd be over there in Scotland and some drunk guy in a skirt be hitting on me. It's like, no. Greg Laney says kilts, skirts, kilts, but YouTube probably demonetizes that word as it thinks I have poor grammar. Yeah, I know. I've had things where I try to put comments and watch my YouTubes, and then I don't even see it on there. I forgot what word I used. Yeah, you got to be really careful because they watch everything. It's so stupid. But anyway. Okay, so we had giant robots battle it out in Detroit's Robo War. Okay, so March 13th, fighting robots in a cultural fantasy going back at least Richard Matheson's 1956 story. I was only a year old in 1956. Story called Steel. One Detroit impresario, whatever that is, is now bringing the idea to the stage and real audiences. So he might be making some money off of that. Cool picture on the back wall. Oh, thanks. Yeah, do you like that? That's my spackle painting, Robert. Yeah, that's my spackle painting. And then you saw my lighthouse. My channel got demonetized. Who cares? I didn't do YouTube for money. I don't do YouTube for money. I don't have enough followers to even have subscribers. I have that. Flyer Bill says I was -3 and 56. Yep. I was just a year old. I was just a year old when So this guy kind of had a cool concept, right? So he thought he'd bring it to life, and that goes back to 1956 with the giant robots. Pretty cool, right? He's a smart guy, very smart guy. So, okay, now we're going to talk socks. SOCKS. I have to spell it out because they'll think I'm saying something else. Okay, so we're talking socks. SOCKS. Decades ago, a Maryland sailor burned his winter socks. Now it's a spring tradition. Okay, so he burns his socks. So they said that in Maryland that they gather each year to usher in the warmer weather by burning their socks. The springtime tradition is the official start of Chesapeake Bay sailing season. How funny, right? They burn their socks. So, did you know that socks do not have a single inventor? Rather, they evolved from Stone Age foot wrappings into fitted coverings over thousands of years. Do you ever put on, excuse me, you ever like, you put on a pair of socks and then you go, I wonder how socks were invented. Where did the socks start, right? Who invented socks? And now they're so like they're millionaires, right? They said that they don't have they have a single inventor of socks. Rather, they evolved from the Stone Age wrapping into fitted coverings over thousands of years, right? The earliest recognizable socks, split-toed wooden ones designed for sandals, were created in the ancient Egypt between 300 and 500 AD, something like that, using a technique called nail binding, N-A-L-binding. He said, do you think the cavemen wore ding-dong socks? That would be pretty funny. But Will said he had something the other, when he said in the comment about, because I was saying, oh, we'll wait and do socks at fall time. But he said, wouldn't it make more sense that people, they fly in their shorts? Not everybody flies in their shorts, though, and paragliding. Robert wears long pants. I wouldn't go on a paramotor in shorts. I would like to keep my legs protected, I would think. So tell me in the chat, when in the summer, do you prefer flying with your shorts on or long pants? What do you guys do? What do you feel more comfortable in? Plus the bugs and everything. You got to be getting attacked by bugs up there in the air. Let's see, if it's hot, I wear shorts, and then trike guys wear shorts. Scuba says if it's hot, I wear shorts, and Greg Laney says trike guys wear shorts. Scuba says, and barefoot on the beach. There you go. I love these answers. That's cool. Yeah, because I just, but we can spin the wheel I can give you guys a choice, But next month we'll do the, like I said, I want to give away a koozie every week. And then the following month, we can start giving away socks again. We'll see what you guys want to do next month, right? But I wanted to celebrate, the whole month of 4th of July, and so somebody can win those koozies. So I'm going to get my new koozies in the mail on Saturday. So I'm really excited about that because I told you I wanted to do that. Okay, so back to the Stone Age on the socks, right? Stone Age, Flintstones era. Early humans wrapped animal skins, furs on dry grass around their ankles and feet for insulation. So I just remember the Stone Age, right? I remember Flintstones. If you watch the Flintstones, yes. Now I hope that, do any of you ever fly? Do you wear shoes or do you wear sandals when you're flying in the air? Has anybody ever went up in the air with sandals on with socks? Okay. I think that's the dumbest thing ever, to wear socks with your sandals. I'm just saying. When I lived in Sun City, the oldsters come in my store. I call it my store near Home Depot. And they'd be wearing the sandals, the Birkenstocks with socks, right? With Birkenstocks. Can you guys put in the chat the name of those sandals? Birkenstocks. They were very popular, very expensive sandals. And the guys would wear socks with their sandals. I'm sure glad the women didn't do that. Scuba says, and barefoot on the beach. Yes. Let's see. Greg Laney says, Birkenstocks. Yes. Yeah. See, I remembered that much, that they would wear socks with sandals. But I wonder, I don't think it would be safe to wear sandals on the paramotor. I think you'd want to keep your feet covered, right? Scuba says, I don't wear socks with sandals. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Because I I just think it's total turn off. I'm like, what are you? Oh gosh, fashion. My Canadian roommate wore regular socks with shorts. Okay, and Flyer says I never fly without jeans on. There you go. There you go. And Munchkin says Birkenstocks are birth control shoes. There you go. That's funny. Birkenstocks are birth control, Munchkin says. I love you, Munchkin. I love you. So in Egypt, the earliest surviving socks were made in Egypt. These famous red wool split toe socks are housed at the Victoria Albert Museum in London. Interesting. The famous red wool split toe socks are housed at the, wow. So it's pretty, I didn't know they'd be like some socks are historical, right? Oh my gosh. Welcome, Munchkin. I'm glad you're here. Then we have 16th century. William Lee invented the first knitting machine in 1589, revolutionizing sock production and shifting from rare luxury items to mass produce garments. Interesting, right? I love all this. I love all this interesting. Oh my gosh. Hot Butter Steve, what is up? Hot Buttered Steve HBS. What is up tonight? I can't believe it. When I saw that burp, I'm like, oh, Steve's in the house. What's up, Mr. Minty? How are you? I see you on Facebook all the time. You're a busy guy. You are a busy guy. Good. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. You're such a dork. You are a dork, but you're a nice dork. You're a nice dork. 20th century, the application of modern synthetic elastic materials like spandex. This is right up. HBS. Hot Butter Steve's. This is right up his alley. 20th century, the application of modern synthetic elastic materials like spandex, resulting to the snug, stretchy socks worn today. So, let's see, just some guy like Steve. Oh, who else we got? Just some guy. I don't know who this one is. I'm going to write it down though. Just some guy. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Wait. Oh, this is like going. First, we get paramoting, gliding, royalty. Now, social media royalty in the house. What a nice tree. What a night in the treehouse. Aaron I. So, oh, that's you, Aaron I. Oh my gosh, Aaron I. How funny. Okay. What is up? Welcome, Aaron I. Welcome. Where's JD Slow Days tonight? JD Slow Days, if you're listening, I need your address because you won those socks last week and the spinny winnie wheel winnie things. Look at this group I got tonight. You all are awesome. Please hit the like button. I want to see those likes there. Everybody, we got a lot to talk about. They said socks were made from leather or matted animal hair. So let's see. I love the socks for the worst reasons, Hot Butter Steve says. And Aaron I's in the house. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I see you on Facebook too. You guys crack me up. Just some guy. Glite. Say that. Okay, so now we're going to get down to business, everybody, and we're going to talk about the word balance. I'm looking at the time, and in about 10, I'm going to start writing names on the spinny winnie wheel winnie things, and I've got all the socks here, the foodie socks, so somebody can win some foodie socks tonight. Steve says, I only make social media posts for you, Lindy. You're the best. And Paragliding Talk says, Hot Buttered Steve, I thought I smelled a patchouli oil. Oh my gosh. Paraglidingtalk.com. I love it. So we're going to talk about the word balance, whether it be physical, mental, or emotional parts of life, right? So we have your, what do you call it? Your balance, equilibrium. I said a big word tonight. Equilibrium is very important for mental steadiness. Then we got physical, like on bike, ride your bike, keep your knees staying steady as we age. That's why I use a stationary bike, because I know that I don't ride a real bike. I ride a stationary bike every day because I know, if I fall off, I won't fall very far, but you can't fall off a stationary bike. I don't know how you would, or if anybody's ever fell off a stationary bike, unless you're standing up. A lot of people, I see like at the gym, I'd see people standing up on those bikes, riding the bike. I can't do that. I have to sit down because my balance would be all over the place. So, and then it's life. It says work, rest, giving, receiving, holding on, or letting go. Right? That's a balance of life and work. A balance of receiving, holding on to things, or letting go of things. Where in your life do you need more balance right now? Put in the chat. Where in your life do you need more balance? And if your life was a tree house, what part feels wobbly and what feels solid? So I have to say, the tree house, mine would be like the ladder, going up the ladder. That would feel pretty wobbly for me because I'm not a very good ladder climber these days. And what feels solid? I would say, gosh, I'm thinking in the tree house, what feels solid? I would say maybe the trunk of the tree trunk or whatever that's holding my tree house. That's pretty solid. Hot Buttered Steve says, Paragliding Talk just got my P2 from Santa, and now I feel like I'm better than everybody. Oh, he's telling me he got his P2, his paramotor, P2 paramotor, whatever. And it says here, yeah. So what's the one thing? What do you do to stay balanced? What do you do every day to stay balanced, everybody? Whether it be emotional or whatnot, what do you do to stay balanced every day? I know I say my prayers every day, stay balanced. I stay focused on things that need to be done, I drink a lot of alcohol. Paragliding Talk. Now he can free fly. Oh yeah, Paragliding Talk says now he can free fly. I love my parapeeps. You guys are great. So let's see. Yeah, so if your life was a tree house, what part feels wobbly and what feels solid? If your life was a tree house. Let's see. Now HBS is going to look for thermals to fly. Fibril says, take my puppies for a ride every day. Oh, there you go. Watch Paragliding Talk reruns. I like that. Yeah, I like that. That keeps you kind of balanced, right? Happiness is not a matter of intensity, but of balance, order, rhythm, and harmony, right? So how many times we use the word balance in our life, right? It's very important. Balance is a very important part of our life. I probably fall out of the treehouse nightly. Yeah. I would have to attach a bungee cord to you, Hot Buttered Steve, because then you, in case you got a wobbly trying to get out of the treehouse, yeah, I would probably have to attach a bungee cord so you could just, hang from the bungee cord and get down real easily. And then I'd have to remember, oh yeah, we got to close the treehouse up. Let's not leave Steve up there hanging from the bungee cord, right? Let's see. Okay, so small daily habits, right, will help keep your balance. Exercise, rest, keeping your boundaries so you don't overdo it. Moderation in with yourself. And moderation, yes, if you're a drinker, in moderation, yes. And I'll have you know that balance issues decline typically begin in the midlife around 50 years old. And then they increase after 65. Yeah. Let's see, and that's why a lot of oldsters end up getting trikes, right? Because their knees and the balance issue too. So we're talking physical, the physical ability to maintain steadiness and an even distribution of weight, keeping you from falling. So physical, like on a paramotor, right? Balance is very important when you're doing doing your paramotor. Biology, the harmonious interplay between the body's systems, such as electrolytes, water, and nitrogen balance. So there you go. Then you got to keep that balance, right? You got to stay hydrated. What doesn't matter if you're flying or not flying. You want to stay hydrated all day when you're at work, so you can. It helps you stay mentally balanced, right? Because if you get hydrated, then you can't function, right? You just fall over. Physics, a state where opposing forces. This is so cool. Forces cancel one another out, resulting in object stability. So that would be paramoting and balance go together, right? Yeah. So physics said a state where opposing forces cancel one another out, of resulting in object stability. So yes. Hot part of Steve says our bodies are like 90% water, and I feel like I'm one glass from drowning. Yeah, that's true, huh? Yeah, we are. We definitely are. We're moving right along through this. The balance. I Google everything, and today, like I said, I was kind of off balance today, and it just goes with age or whatever. And today was just kind of a weird day. Maybe I just slept wrong or something, or maybe the vertigo was kind of acting up. There's nothing new. But I'm sure he meant drowning, as Scoop said. Yes. And then we go into mental and emotional steadiness, right? The trait of having composure, poise, and sound, calm judgment. And some days we don't have calm judgment, right? Because we're only human. And that's another thing too. It's hard to balance. Look, it's a juggling app. This balance thing is a juggling app for everybody. And everybody's juggling app is different, right? I'm super unbalanced. I hate being bipolar. I can't say it. It's awesome. Bipolar. Yes. You guys know how I talk, Harmony and proportion. All these big words. An ethically pleasing arrangement of elements as in art, design, and landscaping. So harmony and proportion. Kind of like painting, right? Sometimes you want your painting to be, kind of a balanced thing, right? Or my design. Then you have life and work, accounting and financings, and chemistry, right? That's all part of the balance. Balance is a big word. Greg Lane says, I know when you get attacked by a gang of clowns, go for the juggler. Oh my God. We got like 2 comedians in the house tonight. We got Greg Laney and Hot Buttered Steve, Mr. Minty. Yes, we got 2 comedians in the house. So the balancing, okay, so you all remember the balancing beam? Did you ever use the balancing beam in school? Like in gym class? I never did. I don't think I ever got in balance because I was never into gymnastics. And Hot Buttered Steve said, let's get her, Greg. um, you guys, it's like playing ping pong, right? Yeah, so the balancing beam. I never did the balancing. I would never was into gymnastics. And I look out the window because it's so beautiful out there. Last night it rained pretty much all night. And I'd rather have the rain, just the rain and stuff, than poor Indiana. And a lot of these places got hit really hard last night, really hard. Illinois. Yeah, Illinois got hit really hard with the tornadoes last night. Okay, so then the balancing beam, which, maybe some you used it in if you wanted to get into gymnastics or whatever. I have much respect for the girls in the gymnastics that can do that, right? Hot Butter Productions, I'm rolling around laughing too hard right now, Craig Laney said. Okay, and so we have sports. So what balance is very important in certain sports, right? So we have surfing, equestrian, which is riding horses, gymnastics, skateboarding. I would say paramotoring is the balancing act, right? And paragliding, that's a balancing act because you have to be sure that you land correctly and all that, right? That you're strong on your feet and on your legs. So that's a balancing act right there. And then we have the dynamic balance, which takes you to bigger sports. Greg Laney says, Hot Butter Productions, I'm rolling around laughing too hard to, yes. So I keep reading the chat. I know if I repeat myself, but I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. And I appreciate all my chatters in here tonight. We got Will Fly, Mr. Bill, Scooby-Doo, Munchkin, Cowboys out there probably listening. Brighton stopped by. Robert, paraglidingchalk.com, Kim, my sister-in-law Kimmy. We had Judy. Sisters Judy stopped by, and Hot Buttered Steve, and Aaron I in the house tonight. You guys, my spinny winnie wheel is going to be full here. Okay, I'm going to finish off this, and then we're going to start on the spinny wheel. Okay, I'll get you guys going here. Get everybody going. Checking your bank account is too. I get knocked over trying to check my balance. Yeah, yep, we got to keep that all going. Scooby says, well, we are basically a pendulum under the wing. So, yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a very good statement, Scooby-Doo. Yeah. So we call rotational balance. So bowling, I think bowling's very important for, full houses, right, Fire Bill? I am loving this. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button, the notification, and the like button. Please like, so you don't miss a show. And thank you, old subscribers, new subscribers. Keep those viewers, my lurkers. I watch my views every week, and you're all doing awesome. You just blow me away. You really do. I'm super, super humble to have you all here with me every week. And a lot of you have been here since day one. Let's see. Okay. Love bowling. It's the only thing I get to do where my, all right. Okay. So who said this? Because I can't see it on there. This has to be Steve. Steve. We got to keep it PG. I got to stop talking because Lindy will repeat what I say like a teleprompter. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I started to say the thing about the bowling balls, but I thought, no, I better just leave that alone. I can't wait until next year when you smoke alarm starts beeping. I can't wait until next year when your smoke alarm starts. Yeah, I hope not. Oh, that'd be terrible. Oh my gosh. I stopped talking. Yes. Okay. All right. So we have rotational balance, bowling, stability, impact and landing, right? Is paramotoring. Hit the like button. Flyer Bill said yes. And make sure you're putting those candles in the comments, okay, for Father's Day for the dads that aren't with us this year. Please put put a candle in there. Okay, emoji candle for me. Put that in there. Impact and landing, paramotoring, key for jump heavy sports like basketball, volleyball. Paramotor comes up again to stabilize the body upon landing and protect vulnerable joints. So yeah, it would say that you'd have to keep all that balance, right? So you don't hurt yourself when you're landing or whatever. You got to keep everything balanced. Your legs, your arms, right? Keeping when you're up in the air or whatever, all your lines, keep everything, keep everything going. So that is it for all my little things I tell you about. We talked about balance and socks tonight. So you never know where the show is going to take you or what we're going to talk about. That's what's fun about it. You gotta mix it up, right? What do you call mix it up? You gotta mix it up because otherwise people get bored and then they leave, right? They go, oh, I got to go out and smoke. This is a little boring, whatever. Now I'm looking for my my spinning wheels right here, and I'm going to. So let's see. We got Will Fly, Mr. Bill, because if you want to win a pair of foodie socks tonight, you have to be in the chat. Okay. So we got Will Fly. So maybe you guys can put, I'm here. Hot Butter Steve, man, I want to be a guest again. This is great. Well, we'll just have to work. Yeah, we'll set that up. Maybe we'll get you in here next week, Steve. Yeah, I'll get you in here next week. We'll get you lined up if you're not busy. Absolutely. We'll get Hot Butter Steve back in as a guest, since he was a guest in my early days. So we'll get you back here, Steve. Love to hear your story and how your summer, all your adventures and your new utility trailer that you got that you made into your house. And we want to hear all about that because, I follow you on Facebook and I hear about all your adventures. I'm very proud of you, Steve. I'm very proud of you. Dude, you've come a long way. Okay. And dang anybody who judges you, because I tell them, those who throw stones in glass houses, as they call it, right? And don't judge somebody until you've walked in their shoes, is what I totally believe. So if I have anybody like point fingers at me or whatever, until you've walked in my shoes, don't judge me. And then, of course, God will be the judge when it's all said and done. Linda has a connection in the program scheduling department. Be nice to you, and there's a chance you can make it on the show. That's right. Be the hammer that shatter the glass yet forges steel. That's right. That's right. So you see, I got my spinning wheel winnie things here. So I'm going to start writing names, okay? So we can get this cruising. So we have Will Fly. Will Fly is still here. All right, I'm going to start writing names. You know the drill as quickly as I can here. We got Will Fly. We got Mr. Bill. All right, Mr. Bill. Scooby. We're going to do Scooby. We're going to put everybody in here. Anna, I like it. Hot Butter Steve says, we got Munchkin, because everybody wants to win some foodie socks. Munchkin. All right. We got Munchkin. Let's see. Robert, are you still here, Robert? Put Robert's name here. I can see it. Robert. And then we got HBS. And we got Aaron I. All right. Aaron I. Aaron I's in the house. And let's see, what else? Let's see, did I put Munchkin? Yes, I got Munchkin on here. Got Robert, Hot Butter Steve, Aaron I. Let's see, I got Will Fly. And let's see, who's all still in the chat? Let me see here. We got everybody still here? I don't think Kim is still here. She's probably listening. And Brighton, he had to go charge his phone. I don't see Brighton in the chat. Everybody just put a yes next to your name. I want to see your name pop up. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. So I know. And because fair is fair, you have to be in the chat. And you guys always tell me if somebody gets on there and wins and they're not in the chat. Okay, Steve is in there. Steve is in there. Yes, we already got Steve, Aaron, and I. Okay, so we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have 7 people on the. Yes, you're still here. Okay, Mr. Bill is still here. I got you on here. So we got Will Fly, Mr. Bill, Scooby, Munchkin, Robert, Paragliding Chalk, Hot Buttered Steve, and Aaron and I, right? That's it. All right. I think we got everybody. And then you're going to, whoever wins can pick out what foodie socks they want because I've still got them here. The Funyun socks here, these cool Funyun socks. So let's see who the lucky winner is. All right. On my spinny winnie wheel winnie things. And Greg Laney's still here. Make sure that I put you on here, Greg. Let's see. That will fly, Mr. Bill. Greg Laney. Got to put Greg on here. Good Lord. All right. We got Greg. Fancy wancy spinny winnie wheel winnie things, right? Okay. Because you got to be in the chat to win. In the chat room to win. So is everybody ready? Are you ready to do the spinny winnie wheel winnie things? Because Greg won a couple weeks ago. He won some ding dong socks. So, all right, everybody. Well, pay attention here. All right. So Aaron I says, I'm going to win it. Let's see what happens. And Hot Butter Steve said, this is awesome. I may never take my ding dong socks off. So there probably isn't a need for another pair, but I like winning things. Yeah. You can, if you win, you win. I'm not going to say, oh, you won a couple weeks ago, you can't win again. I mean, fair is fair, right? Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Who is it? And it is Scooby-Doo. Scooby, you win a pair of foodie socks. All right, Scooby-Doo, winner, chicken dinner. I'll show you. Everybody, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo won another pair of socks. Congratulations. Every week. You want the Funyuns? Okay. Every week you have a chance to win a pair of foodie socks. So Scooby already knows he wants the Funyuns. So the Funyuns, he wins the Funyun socks. Here they are. Very cool, right? Because you like those Funyuns. First pair order, then Funyun socks. This guy is on fire. Great lady said. I know, right? So I have to put a little note so I know who won what. And congratulations. I love giving stuff away. I do. So I'm going to put Scooby's name here on my fancy wancy card. All right. And I'm going to be packing up socks next week. So I get these out to you in the mail. And congratulations. I'm here quietly. Oh, Amy, I had to look at your little face. My baby sis Amy is here. Hi, Amy. Everybody say hi to Amy. My baby sis. She knows I would send her a pair of socks in a heartbeat. Absolutely. OBTW, I did talk with Matt Gray. Refund is in process for the jacket, so it's all good. Well, that's good. Good. That's good to hear that. Everybody say hi to my baby sis. My baby sis, Amy. I had to look and say, who is that? And then I saw your little face in there. So Amy's saying hi to everybody. So say hi to my baby sis. She's the best. She's my baby. I call my baby sis. Thank you for stopping by, baby sis. I had a house full tonight. This is gonna look really. I'm gonna check my AC again because it's I can tell it's heating up or I'm heating up. One or the two. You got to see. Yeah, I'm all dressed. That's right. So I did check my AC. Hot Buttered Steve says, Aaron, people keep asking me to do a paramotor show again. I think we should just all join Lindy's show as she hosts. Yeah, I'm looking for a co-host. So we'll have to talk about that. Hot Butter Steve. That'd be fun. Bring more people in and all that. You can read the chat and whatnot. Be good for you. It'd be good for you. So we're going to try and get Steve in the studio next week. What do you think, everybody? Everybody say, yeah. Everybody put in the chat, yeah. And Greg is saying hi to my baby sis. And any family of Paramount is welcome with this group. That's right. That's right. I love it. Look at you. Look at my chat's going crazy. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you, my viewers, my lurkers. I watch my views every week going up, and I am just so grateful for all of you that watch my show every week. Maybe you watch it later, you know. Maybe we'll get brave enough. Come back next week or jump in the chat with us. We really have a good time. It's just all about getting together and just forgetting about the world for a while, and you know, just sharing our stories and whatnot, and just chit chat, right? We call it chit chat on Thankful Thursday, and I am thankful for all of you. That's for sure. And so with that, I'm going to read something here before I close the show. I just want to say, everyone, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching the live stream tonight. It was so much fun chatting with y'all and reading your comments and spending this time together, whether you're a regular or this is your first time. I'm truly grateful that you chose to be here tonight. So took time out of your busy schedule. And yeah, I'm very, let's see. Hot Butter Steve, if you don't see me in the air, I'll see you on. If you don't see me on the air, I'll see you in the air. Yes. I already told Robert that I have to carry the torch. I have to say that after every show. If I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air. Yes, I have to carry the torch because Robert passed the torch over to me when he stopped his show 4 years ago, right? Paragliding Talk. So Paramount, it was time for Paramount to take over, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. So, so I just want to leave this. I got a cute closing thing here, and I just want to leave you with this, okay? So this is what I'm going to say for the closing. When you wake up in the morning, it's not just another day. It's another opportunity to challenge yourself to become better. Be grateful for every sunset and thankful for every sunrise, because every day is a blessing, right? And when you look up in the sky, and what do I say at the end of my show too? When you look up in the sky and you see all those stars, right? Every star in the sky is important. And just remember that you are important, okay? You are part of the stars in the sky. You are all important. So don't ever think anything less of yourself, okay? And forget about all those other people. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to an incredible summer with everybody. Yeah, you know, every week I got to keep it creative and I got to keep people coming back. And I so appreciate everybody, you know, coming back. So if we don't take chances, we won't reach the rainbows, right? If we don't ever search, we'll never be able to find. If we don't attempt to get over our doubt and fears, we'll never discover how wonderful it is to live without them. If we don't go beyond difficulty, we won't grow any stronger. If we don't keep our dreams alive, we'll wake up one day and find that something else has taken their place, and we won't have our dreams any longer. So just remember, take those chances, you know, live your life, right? And Hot Butter Steve says, if you can't handle me at my best, you don't deserve me when I have $20. That's right. See, and Aaron says, told you he was rich. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, you all are awesome. And I think I'm going through my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything here. And looks like that's it. That is it. I had an awesome night with everybody. I'm glad you like my wall of fame behind me. You know, my wall of fame picture, my paragliding, my paramotor picture when I went up in the air for the first time. And as you see, the lines are in front of me, which means what? That I had just landed. It was an epic moment. And how cool did we capture this picture, right? And my daughter-in-law gave me this for Christmas, and so I love it. So yeah, so I'm glad that you all stopped by tonight. I really appreciate every one of you. And don't forget tomorrow night, Scuba Vapes, Scuba's Hangout, however you want to call it, on Friday night, tomorrow night, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with this lovely wife Munchkin. We always have a really good time. Toodles, toodles, toodles. And yes, thank you, chatters. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Tell your friends, subscribe to my channel. Yes, let's get those subscribed. Let's get my subscribers up. My views are doing really good. I'm very, very blessed. I'm very blessed. I mean, my view numbers keep going up. So thanks, Scooby. Scooby said, fun show tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Scooby, you know, I learned from the best, right? You know, I learned from the best. Because you helped me my very first night that I was crash and burn, right? Oh my gosh. And you jumped right in there when I was running the Zoom, and I was running, let's see, Flyer Bill 103rd show. Yes. When I was running my show on YouTube and the Zoom at the same time. And it's hard. It's hard. I don't know how, you know, like Robert, I watch his church. I watch his church all the time. And Brighton, he runs all the, you know, the part like I'm doing right now. So, and they do Zoom and YouTube. So that it's not easy. It's not easy. So thank you, Scooby. Thank you. He said, it's all good. You're doing great. Thank you. You guys are just like, you're all like family to me, and you mean the world to me. Please be safe out there, whatever you do. Okay. Be kind, because you never know what somebody's going through. You never know if somebody needs that smile, you know, make their day, you know, just make their day to smile and say, have a great day. God bless, you know. So I'm going to say, God bless you all. Okay. Say your prayers. Jesus loves you. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, I'll be heading over to Scooby and Munchkin's, on their show tomorrow night to hang out with them. I look forward to every Friday. I tell you what, I do. So tomorrow's going to be a good day. Tomorrow's Friday. So really happy about that. So anyway, I'm going to end it. Thank you so much. And I'll get with you, Hot Butter Steve. I'll get you going. So next week you can jump in the studio, and maybe I can get you on there to be my co-host. And it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. Why not, right? Why not? I need a co-host. So we'll see. All right. Till then, toodles, all that stuff. I don't see you on the air. I'll see you in the air. Much love. I'm Paramount, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, notification, so you don't miss the show. Okay. Much love, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye. Gonna end it.